Okay, Assalamualaikum. Very good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you open the YouTube. Alright? Okay, so now we're going to move to the next chapter, our chapter 7 on creating charts. Okay, basically, we're not going to spend that much on this topic because it's very easy. Okay, it's another way on how you're going to analyze your data, but this time you want to analyze your data graphically, right? So we know that when we compare between when you present your data, when you're comparing between presenting it with data as compared to visualize with graph, right? Always visualize with graph will be more favorable, okay? Because it's, it could potentially attract better understanding and users' interest. That's most important, users' interest, right? Okay, on top of that, when you present the data using appropriate visualization techniques, right, it could reveal patterns or trends related to the data. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to illustrate different kind of techniques or different types of chart that are available in Excel. All right. Okay, if you look at your learning objective, right? Okay, there are four things that you are expected to learn from this topic. First, you want to understand different purpose of Excel chart. Okay, produce, that's important, the practical part. You need to produce different type of chart to present your data in a more meaningful way, right? Create and appropriate chart by manually selecting, let's go back. Okay, produce different types. Okay, create appropriate chart by manually selecting the data range, meaning that you want to modify your chart. Create multiple chart in a single output, or we call it as a combo chart. Alright. Okay, so let's just briefly look at the different type of charts. So I already shared with you in additional notes, different type this information. For example, we have column. What are the purpose of column? For example, it's most appropriate for presenting data in vertical orientation, right? Line, when is it suitable? Okay, line when you want to show changing in trend. Okay, bar chart is similar to column, but now it presents in terms of horizontal. Okay, so and again, the purpose is to compare the data with different categories. Okay, pie chart most appropriate when you want to present your data in terms of proportion or percentage. Okay, and then if you have area chart, it's more like a line chart. You want to show a trend. Okay, XY scattered diagram. You will see this on when it's applicable with your data, right? Okay, so actually there's no one graph that fit all. So it has to depend on what kind of thing or what kind of data that you want to present. Okay, you go back when you have this note, you can look at back, right? Okay, so let's do the practice. Okay, pull your data from our link. Remember the link that I shared with you, tiny https://tinyurl.com okay /Excel 2009, right? So we're gonna get that data from this drive. Okay, this time we're gonna get from chapter 5. Okay, chapter 5 is for the book, from the textbook. For this topic it's under chapter 5. Okay, right, so let's choose the first data. Right, want to download this. Okay, so now I'm going to pull that data from my drive. Right, then we're going to start to play around with this data. Right, our purpose is to create different kind of chart depending on the type of analysis you are making. Okay, So let's just make this bigger. So if you look at here, we have few sheets. I think we have 5 sheets altogether. Right, make this one bigger so that you can see. Right, so let's go to the first one, sheet 1. Okay, so what is this data about? So this data provides a distribution of order in amount by item categories. Okay, basically this data is the same data that we have from previous chapter. Okay, remember it's a sales order by region, by salesperson, and also the type of items being ordered, right? So now that data is already filtered, right? Regardless who's the salesperson, right? What I did was combine the total amount of the ordered by the product type. Okay, so we have the category is the product type or the item. In this case, the item category. Okay, so anywhere in this data set, anywhere, right? So you from your main menu, go to insert, right? So you have table function here. Okay, so sometimes you are this is table if you want to convert, right? So we are going to work in here, right? So this is where you can look at different type of chart. This is column, right? This is tree maps. This is line chart. Okay, this is histogram. This is pie chart. So you can choose your own. But, right, good thing about Excel, when they see your data, right, it will be able to recommend what is the type of data that's suitable. Because it will be able to capture the data itself. So for the first time, we're going to use the recommended chart. Right, just click recommended chart. All right, so it gives you the option, right? Either you want a clustered column, right? Again, remember you can. This selection of charts is depending on your data. In this case, you want to make a comparison between categories of item, right? So automatically, the system recommend you to do a cluster column, all right, or cluster one. This is vertical and this is horizontal way because you can see how the data is being compared, right? Also, can also show you in terms of a pie chart where it's already translated into percent, right? Funnel or line, okay? Or this is Pareto or a combine, it's a combine, okay? Okay, let's do for the very simple one. I think the best one is either clustered column or the clustered bar because I want to see clearly the comparison between the product. So I'm going to choose clustered column. Right? So you'll be able to see your proposed chart. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, first we need to understand, right? Right, what we have in the chart. Okay, so this is the title, all right, and then this is a x-axis, data on x-axis represent the category, right? And then we have the y-axis represent the amount, right? However, this is not permanent; it's subject to change. You can modify the layout, the value, the presentation of the data, right? If you want. Okay, so if you click on your chart here, right? So you have an option to modify the way you want it, right? So Excel is very helpful in this. So you can choose any format that you want, you like, yeah? Okay. Okay, let's just choose a simple one, the one that we have there. Okay, so right. So what we can do now, if we want to modify, so we want to modify the chart. Okay. So at the end of the chart, oops. Okay, alright. So once you have your graph, you can modify accordingly, right? So just bear with me, my version of Excel does not have a shortcut function to modify, right? To modify the graph. But if your version is 2016, right? Whenever you click at this graph, you will see, right, at the end of the chart, right, you can have a function or the shortcut function for modification. There are three icons that they have there. First is the one to show, the plus icon to show hide chart elements, right? In my case, I have it over here, but if your computer version have, your Excel version have that function, it's actually much easier. It was shown here. Okay. The second button is to choose chart style and preferred color scheme. Right. In my case, I have to format it here, the of the color and the style. Right. And the third one is the filter function. Right. You to specify or modify your chart filter. For example, the data point and label of x-axis and y-axis, right? So it has a shortcut function. I don't have that one, so I have to find my way on how can I do the same thing. It's here, but I'm not sure where is it in the old version of Excel. All right, so that's the good thing about the new version. Okay, so let's now you want to change the order title. The order amount, you want to change it as a order amount by item category, right? So you don't have to type it, right? You just need to capture the cell, meaning that to do cell referencing. Okay, so highlight the header, so not the header, sorry, the title, right? So go to the formula bar there, so you do cell referencing equal to and capture the cell, then enter, right? So you'll be able to copy the title, right, the way you want. Okay, and now you want to insert, okay, the information about the item category, or you want to put the title for item category and the order amount. Right now you don't have the title. Okay, so what you can do, like I said, in your version you can have the shortcut there. I just click the plus sign. In my case, I will do it here. Okay, so I want to put, okay, exist title. All right, so I want to put the primary, horizontal, and also the vertical. Okay, so let's say I'm doing the horizontal first. Okay, so what do I want to type in? Again, you can do the same thing, right? This is already highlighted. Do the sign equal to, do cell referencing. So this is the item category, right? And do the same thing for this one. You highlight the title, do cell referencing, capture the heading. All right? Okay. So if you don't want to have to show this grid line, right? You can modify that. Okay. For example, grid line, you don't want it. Okay, right now primary grid line. So here, if you want to measure vertical, more grid line option, right? You want to say no line, right? So this is not a shortcut way. Like I should mention to you, yours you can be able to do that very easy by clicking the in the data label, right? You just click to remove grid line from the chart output. Okay. So now you want to change the color of the bar. Okay, from right now you have blue, you want to change to red, right? So again, you just click on any of the bar. Okay, in my case, I change color over here, but your case, you can use your shortcut function, right? So I'm change the color. Let's say I want to change to red. I don't have red here, just put orange. Let's say, oh, this is more, right? Okay. Okay. Now, if you look at your data set here, remember when we did this graph, we select the recommended chart, right? Okay, so when you choose recommended chart, it will capture together the total, right? So in your version, version, you just need to click the chart filter function, the one looks like in a holo there. Chart filter function, choose select data, right? Then from the select data screen on the horizontal column, untick total checkbox. Right? I'll show you in the additional note on this, right? So in my way, I'll do that. Okay, more data label option. Okay, not sure whether they have it or not. I don't think this version have that function, but it's okay. I can do that manually. Remove my my selection of. Oops, sorry. Right, that's how I do it manually. Okay, I just undo. Right. So if I highlight the graph, right, you see it. This is the range being selected. Okay, what I did was I'm just remove the total part, right, so that the selection is retained up to the categories only, but not the total. Okay, remove the total. That's manually, which is not the best way. Like I mentioned, your computer version, if 2016, I think 2010 onwards, right, it has the shortcut function on the side, on the edge of the chart. Okay, so do that function. It's much easier. Okay, now if you look at right now, your x-axis is the item category and the y-axis is the order amount. Okay, now let's say you want to change how you present the data. For example, you want to switch the column, or you want to change the range size. Right now the range is 20,000, right? So what you're going to do is right click on your axis, y-axis, okay, format axis. All right, so look at here. Right now the minimum, the bounds here, the minimum start with 0, okay, 0, the maximum is 200,000, okay, because it pick up the highest that you have in your data set, right? More or less the same. And this is where we are talking about. Right now, the range is 20,000, all right? So if you have for the smaller, if it's a smaller range, it will pick up 5,000. Okay, let's say you want to modify this. Okay, I want to modify this to make it, let's say, 50,000. All right. And for the minor, I want to make it 25,000. Okay. The rest I want to maintain, and just click enter. Alright. See? Now what happened to your range? Now it's the difference is by 50,000. Okay. Alright. So what you can do now, you can maintain this chart on the same sheet, or you can copy the chart, right? Control copy, right, to another sheet. Let's say in your report, you don't want people to see your raw data. You just want people to see the table or the chart. All right. So then you can just control copy, Control C, Control V. Repeat, yeah. All right. So that's the first method.